Something unexpected is happening. In just the last few weeks, a wave of veteran World of Warcraft players have started migrating to old-school RuneScape, and the numbers are growing fast. But to all the World of Warcraft refugees making the switch, there's a very important message that I need to share with you. Get out! After all the years of talking that hot garbage, the World of Warcraft community finally realized that RuneScape is the superior game. And now at the age of 40, they are deciding to jump ship and immigrate into our precious lands. You fucking rats. Right now, you are being gaslit hard by the most manipulative community ever assembled in gaming history. The RuneScape community doesn't welcome you in. They recruit you, just like a cult. They know exactly what to say in order to get you addicted. And by the time you realize the game sucks complete ass, it will already be too late. And your life will be in shambles as you stay up until the crack of dawn, desperately trying to get a mithril defender at the Cyclops. Everything you see in this game is complete smoke and mirrors. You will be deceived. These streets are as cold as ice. It's basically the equivalence of South Chicago, Baltimore, Maryland, and Afghanistan combined. And by the time you start to realize this, you will already be trapped in a never-ending grind of autistic efficiency, and soon you will be hanging out at the willow trees, talking about how you think America is Europe 2.0. However, if you do decide to stay, which you will, because you will already be addicted, then I have the ultimate solution to help you be the most efficient and productive players on this game. Here is exactly what you need to do. Travel to the beautiful town of Edgeville. Once you are there, go ahead and access your bank. Go ahead and grab all of your coins, along with the most expensive items that are located inside of your bank. After this you will need to strategically walk just a tad bit south around the bank, and over to this red lever that is located right here. This is what's known as the money lever. Go ahead and pull down the money lever. Doing this will teleport you to what's known as Naive Island. This is hands down the best place to train and build your account, with free access to nearly every weapon and item you could ever need. It's a game changer, especially for Ironman, and absolutely essential for hardcore Ironman. Naive Island, the #1 training facility for new players, especially Ironman. Wow! Speaking of Iron Men, take a look at this extremely unintelligent Iron who went by the name, The Bullied. This Iron thought it was a good idea to include in his RuneScape name that he was bullied growing up. So we're going to continue that tradition into his 30s. It appears that this blasphemous Iron was committing one of the worst sins in all of RuneScape, which is training Slayer in the wilderness. So it was a must that he paid the ultimate price, death. And guess what, boys? Sit you Iron rat. I was proud. But to my surprise, this retarded Iron had a gigantic loot key. 1.2 million to be exact. But that's when I noticed that this dumbass clown was a green helmet Iron. These green helmet Irons are known throughout the community as fake wannabe Irons. These Irons have been abandoned by their original groups, usually because they are shady and shitty, and most of them will purchase items from Venezuelan Irons on the black market. In other words, they are not to be trusted or respected. And as you can see, we managed to snipe a falcon and set from this rejected Iron. Wow! This for sure is about to get him kicked out of his group yet again. And guess what, boys? We are proud of it. We are big proud. Wow! Now I need all of you new WoW players to pay close attention and see what happens to Iron Men in the wilderness. You will get clapped, and you will be very disgruntled. Just like this bald Johnny right here who insulted us as he died. Which meant, he was having a full-blown mental breakdown in Lumbridge. Which made us laugh. Ha 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 ha, wow! But unfortunately for this bald angry Iron, his suffering was not yet over, because we caught him slipping again, just 1 hour later. Oh little bald Johnny boy. You are such a dumbass piece of shit. And you are going to pay for what you said. And this time, he got smited and lost his precious little imbued necklace, which is going to take him days to replace. And believe me boys, he was screaming at the top of his lungs in Lumbridge, wishing death upon our families in real life and that we get chronic illnesses. And that's because these Iron Men are psychopaths, and you can never trust them. Never ever. Wow. But you also can't trust dumbass clowns who dress up in these garbage vegan robes. This clueless retard was way out here in deep wilderness, looking extremely suspicious. At first I thought it was a trap. Then I questioned if he was an Iron. But then once he told me that he was trying to get his Majorina to gape, I realized that he was just a dumbass. I began giving this cowboy the slapdown of the century. And believe me boys, he was panicking. Not only was he panicking, but he was pissed. Even more pissed than the Iron. And he was pissed because he was poor. And he was realizing that he was about to become even more poor in just a couple of seconds. As little salad robe vegan dumbass Johnny got closer to death, I took a moment to look at him die in complete silence. But as I looked closer at his face, I realized that this guy looked exactly like Brian Koberger. He then took the time to tell me on his last breath that he's gonna dislike all of my videos. And I said, good. Good salad boy, I am glad. I got you wasting even more of your precious time. And now I understand why that dumbass was so angry. He lost his entire bank, and he's not going to be able to afford that bond by the end of the month. Which means he's going to have to go back to playing free to play yet again. But if you thought that nobody could be dumber than that retard, you would be greatly mistaken. Here we encountered a massive dumbass, who went by the name of I Fart on Leg. And with a name like that, I knew that this guy has probably read the entire manifesto of Elliot Rodgers. Wow. This dumbass was wandering around the wilderness, looking like a complete and utter clown. But just as we were about to give him the belt, the unthinkable happened. We got teleported to 27 Wilderness. But instead of using his amulet of glory to make an escape, this dumbass made the biggest mistake of his RuneScape career. Allow me to break this down boys. Instead of running this direction where he could have completely avoided the multi-combat zone, and likely make a clean escape, he decided to run this direction, where he managed to run from a single combat zone, straight into multi-wilderness. Which at that point, I was able to freeze him in his tracks, as we both began slapping his chest. Die you dumb little shat. Holy crap boys, he is dead. But my golly, did you see what Rip Chad had to say to him as he hit the floor? I couldn't believe it myself. He reminded him that he was a complete and utter dumbass shat. And honestly I couldn't agree more. That fight was a perfect example of what happens when you have an anxiety attack in the wilderness. Mistake after mistake, blunder after blunder. It really makes me wonder, is this guy a dumbass rat? The answer is yes. 817k straight off of his PVM back. And guess what boys? Since he was a dumbass rogue's chest thiever boy, it made me even happier that he lost everything in such an embarrassing fashion. Ha 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 wow. I think it's time we turn up a little bit as we destroy these Microsoft Paint boys. Quick! Everybody watching at home, go steal some of your dad's cigarettes. Hurry boys, hurry, light them up. Inhale the cigarettes. Hold it in boys, hold it in. Now swallow the cigarette smoke. Swallow it now. Wow. Now turn up boys, turn it the fuck up. Yes boys. I'm back. And it feels great. Actually, it feels amazing. Just a quick reminder that all commentary in my videos is intended purely for comedic and entertainment purposes. I want to welcome all the World of Warcraft players joining us here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel even further, consider becoming a channel member. It helps me tremendously. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Wow. And as always boys, it's John 3:16 for life. Repent and follow the gospel before you perish and burn in hell for eternity. Wow.